Welcome home, horror fans. My name's Adam.
And I'm Zoe.
And Cecilia is alive. It is confirmed.
Yes,
it is finally
sawx
confirmed.
post-credit scene release. Didn't quite make it into the film, but Cecilia does seem to make it out of that gas room.
Yes, we didn't know, but there was actually a final post-credit scene that was deleted out of the film and has finally been released online. And you can watch the scene in which Cecilia not just has her head poking through that hole, but the timer comes down.
The door opens.
The door opens. The gas
Cecilia
stops.
leaves the room.
And she removes her head back through the hole. So she actually does get out. She's not locked in that room forever like a lot of people speculate. She actually manages to get herself out of that trap. And it's a very brief scene, but it confirms that basically once that time is down and the gas is gone, she is free to leave.
Yep.
So the question of whether or not she died in sawx is finally answered. I think that they could have left this in the film to show us that last little post-credit scene of her getting out. Obviously, what this means is anyone's guess. This is a pretty big deal, because where do we go from here?
I must admit, I'm glad they didn't leave it in the film. I'm glad they didn't leave it in the film. Cecilia does not deserve a happy ending.
No.
She doesn't. She
I think that's why it was deleted.
Awful person.
Yep.
She got off too light with as is in sawx. It's just a horrible person, and I'm not happy with the ending of her character per se. So to have this end credit scene release and show that she really does get out is a bit disappointing. But I suppose she'll serve as a great antagonist for the next film.
Yes, yeah. I think you're right. Like, I think they deleted the scene 100% because they knew that audience would probably be a little annoyed.
Yeah.
After everything that John went through and the whole film with her getting away with what she did, to show her at the very end, it's cool because it's like, okay, a little post credits, we'll build up for the next movie. But at the same time, I think a lot of audience members are like, after all that, she got away scot-free.
Not just that she got away, but the fact that, Valentina's forced to cut
Yes.
off her entire leg and take out 3 ounces of bone marrow or however how many she needed to. Matteo has to do brain surgery on himself.
Yep.
Even Gabriella, forced in front of a radiation machine at extreme temperatures and has to break her leg and her arm. And Cecilia just has to kill her boyfriend.
Let's be honest, even the guy in the dream eye trap who went through nothing, got
it worse.
Got it worse.
Got it worse.
Even he was just fantasized about, and even that was worse than what Cecilia got.
She is one of the most evil people in the whole franchise. The whole franchise. She's up there. She's probably top 2, if not the most evil person in the whole franchise. Yeah. And she got off scot-free. Now, in saying that, I think that means that if she is to return, we are going to get a spectacular death for her.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely spectacular, especially if Hoffman gets his hands on her.
Yeah. I think it's really a safe thing for them to keep her alive because it's such an easy setup for her to be the bad guy in the next film. Yeah. But we're going to get something really hardcore.
It's going to be a Jill level death. It's going to be to the point where you've been waiting 7 movies to see this bloody reverse trap go off and do some damage. And it finally does. And it's so satisfying when it does. Because you do get that little tease when it's on Hoffman and you're like, oh my God, are we going to see the reverse bear trap in action? You don't.
It's right. It's a tease.
And I think that this is a tease for what's to come.
This is building up us really wanting to see her finally get what she deserves.
Absolutely.
And I think by the time we see it in Saw 11 or 12, when she does finally bite it, it's going to be, the payoff is going to be fantastic.
Absolutely.
So look, it's exciting to see this scene because honestly, when it appeared and I saw it for the first time today, we both did. We had no idea that this had been shot, that this was actually part of the movie, that she does actually get out of the trap and survive. I never even assumed they would have shot this, to be honest.
No.
So when I saw it, I couldn't believe that this is something that they'd actually planned to put in the film. So great to see it's confirmed that she's making it forward and that she is alive. To finalize and answer that question. And honestly, I'm excited to see her in the sequel. I know you're not the biggest fan of the idea, but...
No, look, I think Cecilia's great. I think she's a great character. You love to hate her. She plays the character very well.
Very well.
She's honestly kind of scary. You don't really want to see her on screen because you just don't know what she's up to or what she's going to do next.
Yeah, you're scared for John a little bit.
Yeah, she's very menacing.
Yeah.
And I think she's great, and I think the actress did an amazing job. It annoys me so much that she is so so evil, and she got off scot-free. But in saying that, I think that it's only going to mean a bigger and better and badder death next movie. So,
yes. No, yeah. I think the payoff, I think you'll be happy when it finally does come around for sure.
And she's witty. She's funny. Like, I like seeing her on screen. I like hearing the absolute crap that comes out of her mouth. I think she's very funny.
Yeah. And like you said, love to hate her because she is great. You know, if we had had some sort of weaker villain maybe in the next one, we might not have been so happy. It's great to know we're going to have some real great conflict here because she can really give it to John. So nothing but exciting. But look, we just want to sit down and tell you guys about basically the scene coming out because it's big news. Like, it's a big deal. If you thought sawx had finally sort of finished its news for final this year and there wasn't much to say about it, geez, we'll tell you what, we've got so much to say still. The film's
so
been
much
out
to
for
say.
a while.
Over 3 hours of bonus content coming out on this bloody DVD. There is going to be no shortage of things to talk about with Saw.
Yeah, there's so much more. And I honestly, for this piece of news specifically, it had me like, I think this is one of the biggest things that I've heard for a while about the film. But so much more to come, guys. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one.
See you next time, guys.